In a way, my paintings are simply about what I find to be visually entertaining, what's interesting or pleasing to me. And it is usually a somewhat ambient or simple sort of beauty. And it's the kind of beauty I mostly find in nature that blows me away. I realized recently that I'm especially drawn to the overlay and patterning of nature and to the juxtaposition of the amazing, delicate, soft bits against the grosser, bold stuff, and the interesting sort of parade of change that day by day the seasons bring to us. I imagine that these pieces, they're like some sort of garden that I tend. There's so much naturalness to the chance revelations through materials that in some fashion I'm really only nurturing and pruning them. I guess I think likewise to the observer that they might have a quality that is garden-like or maybe like the natural world, where one's eye roams around to find specific forms or patterns or trails, details, or when one is unfocusing one's eye, the whole can be seen in a very ambient way. I continue to be intrigued by what I see at a distance, and I myself almost fall into a trance when I'm seeing from the more intimate space that I inhabit while I'm working on them. Much the same way, I suppose, that one might feel if you were sitting relaxed and still when observing nature. If I said that my paintings are a great deal about materials, about paint, I'm not sure that everyone would really hear how important that really is. I don't mean that seeing these pieces is painterly, but rather in understanding how the process of manipulating materials, during that process there's much trial and error and accident through which the materials can actually reveal a direction. These materials can also continue in a way that fascinates me, to reveal form where there was no forethought, and therefore images constantly arise in the current work that I can either run with, enhance, or subdue. And I think it's this particular aspect of the act of painting, this unexpected part, that exerts an incredible pull on me. I have had some type of a sketchbook since I was in high school, maybe even before that. I have several of these excellent tools in assorted sizes and in several locations. I keep one or two in my day pack, which goes almost everywhere with me. I have one that lives in my car. I keep one next to my bed. And I always have this large one that I travel with and I also use in the studio. I sketch and draw in a multitude of mediums. I doodle, and other times I do finished drawings in these books. Sometimes I write down my thoughts and my observations, notes to myself, quotations I'm fond of. I even tape in things I find and little drawings or notes that I've done on other pieces of scrap paper. It's a compendium. I seldom work from a sketchbook when I'm painting, but I really see no hierarchy in this regard. The sketchbook is a way of keeping one's mind and one's hand sort of lubricated, as well as being a creative endeavor in its own right. When I can't be in the studio, these books are especially useful for keeping my hand in. It's certainly an excellent way to maintain a continuity or a sort of dialogue with one's work and one's thoughts. I firmly believe in the power and the beauty of chance, of random events, to enhance and influence both my life and my work. Painting can be more about the experience or the process of working and about discovery and much less about one's intention of outcome, or having a plan, I guess. A good, interesting abstract painting interferes with our ordinary, everyday, normal way of perceiving, and it allows us this possibility, I think, of truly seeing something new. If I'm lucky, something exceptional, occasionally even poetic.